right, welcome into the Drop Lounge. I'm your host today, Cowabunga, also known as Chris Chan. I've been with you guys for a minute, and I'm absolutely enjoying everything with you. We got a little bit of a feedback loop here. Give me a second here. All right, let's see. All right, are we back in action here? Gotta love the first moments sharing the audio here is what's happening. Give me a second, guys. Hopefully we'll get rocking and rolling. I get a little bit of a lag here. Sharing the audio here is what's happening. Give me a second, guys. Hopefully we'll get rocking and rolling. I get a little bit of a lag here.
I feel like I'm by myself here.
What's happening, brother?
What's going on, man? I'm sorry. I'm in a weird remote location right now, working on some stuff. So I am not in my office. So I will hopefully be able to Oh yeah, okay. So I can mute my mic in case it gets too loud here. I don't know what the background sounds like.
Oh, you're good, man. I'm excited for the adventure we're on right now. Wherever you're at, this is going to be cool. I'm sure the people around you are going to be super excited to hear what's going on. Welcome into the Drop Lounge. Sorry for the technical difficulties as we get going here, but look, we're only 4 minutes behind and we got a whole show to rock and roll. So let's get into it. Again, I'm Chris Chan, aka Cowabunga, your host for today. Here with my co-host Aaron from Fanimal. We're going to break down our drop that's happening at 2 p.m. today. Super excited for that. Aaron, before we get started, is there anything you want to say? I know you're on remote location today. What up, chat? What's going on? But yeah, anything you want to say?
I'm just excited, man. This is I just got off the. Oh, let me turn that back up. I just got off the Twitter or the X space. I keep calling it Twitter. I don't know if anybody else calls it X yet, but I was on a Twitter space with him, and yeah, I'm so excited for this drop, man. The lineup is straight fire. I wanted to make sure that because it's the variant vault, I wanted to make sure that it is just a sexy drop. I'm so fun. I told Ability, I said I am a little bit, pardon my language, I'm a little bit of a slut when it comes to a variant. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, so I love variants, and so I wanted to make sure that these variants were the pick of the litter, that were amazing, that were fire, were beautiful, and something that you'd want to display, which is amazing because even if you don't redeem them, the conversation that I've had about these variants and how beautiful they are is just the fact that when you have a bunch of graded comics, they just tend to sit there in a box. You can't display them all, you know, and that's like the most unfortunate thing. But if you have like them on your phone or something like on display, like digitally, you could, you know, and we were having a conversation, was it you and I that were talking about like the AR potential for this?
Oh,
like
yeah.
Augmented reality display.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
so like
insane.
imagine, you know, if you have some amazing looking variants that are virgin variants or, you know, sketches, etc., and you can just throw them up and show them off, like somebody's walking in your house and you have like a bunch of screens that are showing off your variants. Like these are crispy and sexy and beautiful.
That's what we want to hear. Every drop leading up until this drop, if you are just now tuning in for the first time, we have sold out. It has gone so quickly. In the first 10 minutes, pretty much, our drops sell out. And that's mostly because we have some insane chases that are in there. Not to mention, whatever you end up buying is a fantastic deal right away with what we're doing here. If you're not familiar with who we are and what we do, Fanable is changing the game here when it comes to collecting comics and graded cards and all things graded with our partnership with Brinks. And I think that's really special and unique. In fact, one of the cool things is when you maybe purchase something from the market or participate in one of these drops and reveal what's in that drop, you have the option to either keep that, or there's an offer immediately from Fanable that they offer to buy it back at 90% the value of it, which I think is pretty awesome. So you can immediately get rid of it if you want to, or hold on to it in your collection. I actually have a bunch of cases that I've purchased over the last couple of weeks here, and I revealed one of them. And that one that I revealed, it's just been kind of sitting in my profile for a little bit. And on Sunday, I redeemed it. Now, if you want to know what that means, it means I went into the app, I hit redeem, and it set up my information for them to send me the physical copy of the digital comic that I got from the marketplace. So from this comic, I already received it. That's the other crazy thing. It showed up on yesterday, actually. And I have to say, I was blown away. One, I didn't think it was going to come that quickly. That was super awesome. Two, the packaging and the branding, absolutely insane. So we're going to get into what the drop is today, but I want to kind of tease you guys a little bit and kind of show you what I got here. This is, oh guys, this is just so cool. Look at this. Look at this box that it came in right there. That is crispy. That is crispy. We got the branding on the side. So inside here is the comic that I purchased digitally from Fanable and was able to redeem. So Brinks sent me this. So we're actually, let's going to take a look real quick. Let's open it up. We can't
now,
not
did that
do
come
here.
inside of another box? Because that just looks way too clean.
It did. It did. It came, and I didn't know what it was at first. I you know, I'm a collector, so I've got things coming in all the time. Like, ooh, what's inside of here?
Oh,
you know. I actually just bought a V-Friends 1 of 50 sketch comic book cover, which is super awesome. I get to draw on it, which is going to be really cool. So I thought it was that, but I was even more surprised when it was this. So it did. It came in a different box, and this was inside. And yeah, it is so clean and fresh. So let's
a display piece in itself.
For real, I'm going to keep this. I can't wait to see what's inside. Chat, if you have redeemed one from the marketplace, throw up a W in there. If you are one of those folks that already redeemed, let us know in the comments. If you're on YouTube or if you're on X or Facebook, throw a W up if you have redeemed yours. I'm about to throw my W up. And we're going to open this up together. I want you all to see inside how cool that is. Oh, wow. So we're looking for that. All right. Let's see what's inside here. We ready? First reveal, first time ever open this up here. I'm super excited. I'm excited to do it with you all. All right, you guys pumped? Are you guys sharing the stream? We should share the stream. We should get more people in here for this reveal. We can't do this right now. We got to get more people in the stream.
I think you need to share. I think you need either, let's do, what's a good emoji? Because we always do, I mean, flames are a good emoji, but what's a good, like one, like party hat? How about party hat?
Party hat? Like the celebration. Let's do a little celebration. Yeah. Throw it up. I like that.
Yeah. Or a bunch of LFGs, you know?
Oh, right here we got Batman Who Laughs. I'm looking to send in. So what he's talking about there, what they're talking about essentially is having your own graded comic or a graded card Pokemon cards, whatever it is, and sending it into Fanable. It goes directly to the Brinks location where it's stored in the vault. And then you have the option to redeem it or keep it on there or list it into the marketplace. So super awesome. I'm excited for you to send something in. I think that would be really cool. Hold on. Un momento. Aaron, take it away for 1 second, brother.
Yeah, I'm actually getting ready to submit some. I've been trying to figure out which are the first ones that I want to send in, but it's so hard to decide which ones like I want to send in first to get uploaded, because they are. I mean, this process is becoming better and better and better and quicker and quicker and quicker. I think right now, I know we have some people like Sean and Spencer over at the Comics and Crypto. They sent in some VHSs that we're getting that process. But we're getting every process. Again, we can constantly have people asking, like, when are we opening it up? Like, because I know Amilities is in Canada. We're trying to open these things up. But again, the goal is to make the product, the process, the product, and everything behind the scenes perfect, as close to perfect, if not perfect, before we roll it out to the rest of the world. Because we're not gonna pre-launch something that could be problematic, because we know that we're dealing with collectors here. I'm a collector, and I wouldn't last night I wanted to find like a pin in my office, couldn't find my pins. I probably spent a good 3 hours looking for my pins because I was so upset.
I always have my pins very close by, always.
See, I need to get a book like that. That's a great thing to have. But like, that's just an example. But if you lose something, you're going to spend like excessive amounts of energy and time trying to find it, trying to locate it. And I don't want that to be in somebody else's hands. So the Brinks process of sending it in is getting that to me is already perfect. That's the perfect part. Now the scanning part, when it gets there, the scanning part is amazing. There's still some things, because one thing, I'll say this right now, we are working on very, very, very hard right now, is foil covers, because we're seeing more and more foil covers that are gorgeous pieces of art. And unfortunately, I mean, let's be honest, Brinks is not a photography studio, so they're not the best equipped to do that. So we're working with them to make that product look better and perfect it, so that we can get these these pictures up when you send your books in, looking crisp, looking pristine, so you can display them in any way you want.
Man, I love the thought process behind that and the detail. I mean, there's so many variables that go into this stuff that make it perfect. And I get it. Like, we want our people around the world to be able to do this. And so that's why you're here, chat. Thank you so much for participating in these. Like we said, we have sold out every single one. And it's been fun. And we appreciate you guys sharing. Look at that. We have pumped up our numbers sitting up there. We are looking good, guys. Keep sharing the stream. I think we can go ahead and bust this open, because we've got about 15 minutes before the drop here. Yeah. So we want to get into the drop in the very end.
Shout out to the True Media Group also. I was just on their show the other night. Had a great time talking with them. They are new to the Fanable fam. So, let's give them a warm welcome. Let's show them some love. They run a great show over there, talking about, VV properties, talking about the metaverse. They do awesome explorations of the metaverse and other digital spaces. And they are true, honestly, they're true collectors. And they talked to me about, I got to go on there and explain about Fanable, answer some questions, take down and write and share some more questions with our staff. And it was just an amazing experience. So, I'm so excited for the opportunities of whom I've gotten to speak with. And so, it's just an amazing, an amazing community. So with that, Chris, let's open this thing up, because I'm pumped to see it.
Yo, right at you, man. I'm right there with you. True Media Group, you guys are awesome. Appreciate all the love. I'm excited you're here. I'm excited for the process. Let's dive into this. So again, we're resetting the room real quick. If you are just joining us, let me tell you, this is Fanable Drop Day. You're hanging out with us in the Drop Lounge, and at 2 o'clock is going to be the drop. So we've got about 15 minutes here. We're going to get into what's going to be in the drop. You can participate in the drop by going to the Google Play Store, the Apple Store. Make sure you download the app. And if you have the app already, make sure you update it. If you haven't updated it, make sure you update it. And you can also participate on the desktop. So just fanable.io. Make sure your account and all your credit cards and purchasing power is all ready to go, so that you're not, falling behind when the drop time comes. So again, that's going to happen at 2 o'clock, and we're going to go over what's in the cases. So let's see what I got from one of the cases and currently redeemed from Brinks in the security vault. This is one of the ones that they digitally scanned in. I opened, I got it, and now I redeemed it. So we're going to open it up together live right here. So here we go, folks. Woo! Look at that. Look at that branding. Oh, I wish like a bright light would just come out of it. Oh, let's go. Look at
like
that.
The Pulp Fiction, just the light.
Yeah, I love that it was bright yellow too. It kind of gave that vibe.
Yeah.
Yo. Holy moly.
I love the stickers also. That bubble wrap, everything just works.
Cooler than I thought. I like that it's actually the green like bubble wrap. Like, I mean, as silly as that is, like that's kind of cool, man. Sweet. You know, I'm gonna sticker up all my things. Yo. Okay, folks. So here's how it comes. Let's dive into it here. Oh man, I'm so excited! I'm so excited. Yo, W, this is sick, right?
Yeah.
If you are participating in this, if you have, what's that?
Yeah. I just want to say, like, as you're opening this thing, like, I am loving how well this is taken care of. Like the care that they put into packaging this, like different levels of bubble wrap, like, man.
Yeah. It's the secures their vaults, you know. Even little bubble wrap on the bottom. I know this is fire, chat. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. All right. Here we go.
I feel like I'm opening.
I am like,
this is like ooh, damn.
Let's go. Oh my gosh.
That is the sexiest Magneto.
Loved Ina. He's this is such a dope cover. I was like, you know what? I gotta get this one real life here. Little IRL for my collection. 9.8 chat. 9.8. Wow. That's cool. That's cool. I love the back too. Another reason why I redeemed it, because you know those back covers can be so wild sometimes. Look at that back cover. Look at that. So clean with the Wolverine. Oh. Yes, let's go, Phantom. This is amazing. So cool.
I love
so guys, it's that simple.
It's
I did that on Sunday. Literally Sunday, hit redeem. Yesterday it showed up. I mean, guys, this is super exciting. I know, amazing. W's in the chat all around. It's our good friend Sergio in the chat right now. What up, Sergio? Let's go. All the love, all that creativity you put in all of this, man. We appreciate you. Yes, that 9.8 X-Men was sick. So sick. Okay, we are going to go and check out what is happening today in our drop. So let's go ahead and pull that up. Give me a second here as we present.
And as he pulls that up, I just want to remind everybody, got about a little over 10 minutes before the drop. So make sure you're updating those, your apps. One thing we see a lot of also, and I know I'm not to steal your thunder, Chris, but like we actually saw a lot less of them last drop with the Mutant Mayhem, was bounce backs into the inventory pool. And I think that has to do with the fact that a lot of people are making sure in advance with these warnings that you're giving out to make sure that their payment choices, options are updated as well to make sure. And to be honest, okay, so I'm just going to reveal it right now. We're still working on trying to figure out why people could only get 2 purchased at one time and 1 after a second purchase, because we're doing 3 purchases available for this one. So if you try and purchase 2 cases and it won't let you get the 3rd, just try and check out with another one if you want to. Again, no pressure, but you should be able to get 3. Hopefully we fix it to where you can get 3 in one go if you do want to go that route. If not, I'll be watching the chat as well. Let me know. And we're just trying to make this as best as possible of an experience, sub 10 minutes. But let's look at these. Look at this grail, man. Let's look at this grail.
So much epic stuff happening in here. Like we said, 9 minutes to go as we break into everything happening in this variant drop. Look at that, folks. I love seeing the timer. I mean, that is so cool. Everything that we're doing, it's just awesome. 9 minutes, 22 seconds, 1 case, 125. There are only 98 available because we do give 2 away. Check this out, chat.
Yep.
Man, this is just
this book, man. Now, I was talking to Amilides about this book, and I want to say, so this book, amazingly, the fair market value, I think, is around 1900, maybe 52, I think, 1952. But to be honest, like, that is such a price for somebody who's looking at this purely in a monetary setting, a monetary stance. You're never going to get new books. Like, you're never going to find any more books than what's already out there that have Stan the Man's signature on it. And that right there sets this book, like, if you own it, like, there's a certain, again, like, value to that, like, emotional, like, attachment value, because of how much you see this book and how amazing it is, not just with Stan's signature, but with everybody else's as well, because there are so many legends on this book. It's insane.
I was going to say, this thing is like massive. I could stare at it all day long. And 9.82, I mean, that is wild. I mean, that is a grail.
Yeah. What's crazy is I don't think the grail has yet been pulled from Mutant Mayhem.
It hasn't been pulled yet?
And I don't think so. From what I've seen online, what I'm looking at, I don't think the grail from Mutant Mayhem, which was, again, the giant size X-Men, I don't know if that one's been pulled.
That was such a cool
Is that it?
drop.
Hold on, go down. I think I might. Maybe it was. Is that it? Is that the?
Are my spectacles on?
No, I don't know. That is it. Yeah. So I guess maybe it was pulled finally.
Nice, man. I'm happy. All these ones still sitting here. Look, you still have cases available too. If you are a case collector like myself, I got 4 of them here unopened. And I just love the designs, man. They're just, I'm holding on to them because they're, look at that. Ugh.
That one is so sick.
One of my absolute favorite ones. So, guys, we only have 7 minutes left. 7 minutes left. Let's see what else is inside. Oh, wow. Look at this one, too. Gee whiz, man. You guys.
Yes. I was so excited when we got our hands on these, because these are books that, again, like, you're never, like, these are, I've never even seen these in person. This one was only given at a special like memorial event for Stan Lee. And as well as and also this one is signed by Adam Kubert, who is an amazing legend in the community as well. I mean, has his own freaking drawing, like, an artistry school. A lot of his family is so good. They're in the industry as well. And then the next one, which is the Marvel Comics 1000, which you had to be at an in-person event last year, D23, at a very special event, to get your hands on this one, and to be able to get it graded at a 9.8 is absolutely nuts. So somebody had to get this and then travel with it to wherever, or send it into CGC, and the fact that it still got 9.8 is
massive.
Nuts.
Love that one. The cover, just it's bringing it all together.
Yeah.
What a great one. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and this one, oh my God, I don't even own this one, and this was one of the ones that I went to New York Comic Con for specifically. I was in line to get this one. There were literal physical altercation. There were fist fights, people like pushing and shoving in the line to get this book, and to also get it signed by Todd McFarlane at a 9.8, to get out of a place where there's like almost a bar fight to get this. Like, Peach Momoko was hiding under a table, and she is the smallest, most timid, like, artist there, because this is not the first time her artwork, she has just skyrocketed in popularity from her art style, and unfortunately that's caused a lot of issues when she does in-person events.
We love to see it, but we don't love to see all of that. You know what I mean? Like, the demand is great.
But you guys don't have to go through that.
Yeah, that's right.
We took care of it for you.
From the comfort of your home. The number one grail has not been pulled yet on Mutant Mayhem. There's 2 of them. That's right. All right, we'll go back and look at that.
Thanks, Crypto Bro. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I always love that. I love that. Wait, real quick, let's just pop back over here. I know we're going through everything. We've got a lot of great stuff in here. If you're on the Fanable website or on the app, you're able to scroll through and walk through it with us. But guys, we are less than 5 minutes. We are 4 minutes, 20 seconds away from this drop. Holy moly. Absolutely. Look at this case. And we got to give another shout out to Impossible Brief for another great job with this background and the case and putting in the variant vibes. You know, that's what a great opportunity to be able to show off characters for us. You know what I mean? In terms of variants. So,
yeah. And I love the fact that I got to throw in so many signatures in this one as well as the cool variants. So, you know, like this Amazing Spider-Man number 56 with the alien, the xenomorph. I have that raw because I'm a huge Alien fan. The
oh yeah, look at that.
the Wonder Woman special. Yeah.
Oh man, can't go wrong
That is
here.
just sick.
I can't go wrong here.
I think that's a J. Scott Campbell cover also, and that man is a legend with, you know, drawing, and not to sound you know, like a pig or anything, but he is a legend at drawing the female figure. You know, just like DNA, David Nakayama. Also, one of my favorites, and this is one of the ones that's kind of a higher end chase that could almost be a grail, is that Deadpool #1, which is the Ken Lashley variant that has the Notorious B.I.G. gracing the cover. That one is sick. Also.
Well, not this one, but this one is sick too, actually.
Oh yeah, that Venom. Again, I went through every single asset that Fanable had to find the coolest looking variants for this one. And luckily, Sergio did an amazing job of purchasing a crap ton of cool variants. Like, he was on a mission, and I could tell. But, you know, I had to make sure and grab some of the coolest, make sure I grabbed a good diverse amount of different characters. You know, we've got Doom, we've got Spider-Gwen, we've got who else, man? We've got Wolverine, we've got Rogue, we've got just, you know, again, Marvel, Disney. Like, some of my favorites that are in here are some of the Disney ones that we got, because there's like this really cool House of X one that has like the evil version of Cyclops with his cool like helmet, you know, and it's Mickey as that guy. So it's so cool.
I love it.
That one's a 9.9.
Look at that. Whoo! Through the scope. We're gonna cruise through here as we come down to the last 2 minutes. Folks, make sure we're paying. There's that one you're talking about. So sick, man. That's so sick.
That's King Marquis agree with the working on the mechanism. That question came up in another stream that I was in, and I've submitted that to
this question right here with King Marquis. Yeah, I love that. That's a great suggestion, and it seems almost like, you know, it's simple enough to kind of implement with how awesome our filter system is. So very. I love
the meetings that we've been having at Fanable, because I literally get. So I had one directly with Alex, who's the co-founder, and he gave me kind of a roadmap. I'm not allowed to talk about it. He strictly told me you cannot release this information. But also, every meeting that we have with the entire staff, we talk about the next steps of what the dev team is focusing on. And I love the fact that these guys are just we're almost less than a minute. So
I know I had to pop that up on there just to remind the chat, guys. Less than a minute. We're at 45 seconds. We're going to count it in when we get to about 15 seconds. So all the folks that maybe forgot the stream's going on, you got less than a minute. 30 seconds. And if you're ready, guys.
Also make sure you throw in the chat the book that you're hoping to go after, because I'd love to know. Yeah. I would love to know what you guys are excited about, because I'm trying to curate these drops to be as accessible to everybody, to be as exciting to everybody, as many people as I can. I know I'm not going to please everybody, but I want to know what you guys are excited about. I want to know what gets you hyped. What gets you, like, what makes you like, I need this case. Like, I want to know. You guys got to tell me, because I can't do it without you.
10 seconds left here.
Let's go.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Good luck, everybody. You got the buy now button. If you're listening to us in the background while you're on your app or you're on your computer, good luck. We wish you the best of luck. We're going to watch this and see where we're at on the timeline. Thank you, O'Milly. Yes, happy Thursday, drop day. Love the drop lounge. Love it when you guys are hanging out with us here. Appreciate you and all you do. Woo, man, we are cruising, huh? Let's check it out. 98 was available, and we are sitting at 77 available. Don't forget, we did talk about rebounds earlier. It's unfortunate if it happens to yourself, but it is a benefit if you are looking to get in, then you need to get one. Happy drop day. Yes, let's go Raven. Let's go. Guys, just like Aaron said, let us know in the comments what you're hoping to get, especially if you haven't revealed that yet. What are you looking for? What do you want to get in on this? Batman Who Laughs, congrats, brother. Let's
Hell
go.
yeah. Let's go,
Love it
Batman Who
when our
Laughs.
OG fan gets in
Batman,
there.
if you I love your name. We've talked about it before, but there is an upcoming drop that I'm working on
Batman.
that I've kept you in mind, man. I have kept you and the Dark Knights in mind. So I am super pumped for that one because it is also one of, as I talked about on other shows, it's one of my favorite, it's one of my favorite, I don't want to say like story arcs or, it's so cool. It's so cool.
Man.
Oh, Vegan Thing's got one.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congrats there. Let's go. Sparty Party. Snag number 14 and 38. Batman Who Laughs. What number did you get? And Vegan Things. What number did you get? I love when everybody shares what they end up getting. King Marquise gets, they got number 41. Isn't that the mint? Isn't that the first mint? Oh, 41. BV. I like that. The OG V. Let's go. Raven said they're in Canada, but happy to support everyone else. Good luck. Hey, you know what? I appreciate that comment more than anything. That's love right there. That's community. We're building, and when we're in Canada, it's going to be even cooler. We're really going to party. All right, let's refresh where we're at. Folks, sitting at 71. So we're going to have an opportunity here. We're going to go through some more of these comics here just to kind of see what we've got inside of here. But these things will go. These things will go. These things will go. Let's go down.
Gotta love Mary Jane and Black Cat. Like so was it her new name is what is it called? Jackpot. So in the new line, there's Mary Jane is actually in the new storylines. There's Jackpot and Black Cat, and Mary Jane has actually gotten powers in the Marvel universe. So she's now known as Jackpot because she's able to do some kind of, I don't exactly know what it is, but it's like she has almost like a casino like a slot machine power where she can do she can roll the dice and get almost like any power, I believe.
That's cool.
Pretty awesome.
I love that. That's actually genius. True Media Group got edition number 2.
Nice.
Let's go. Low edition number 2.
I appreciate that. They were super excited about that one. So when I was talking to them, they were definitely interested. I'm glad they jumped back into it because they said that they signed up and they just weren't sure about something. So I'm glad that they jumped in and got to collecting. His wife must have said, okay, Batman Who Laughs says he got 91, possibly the Grail. Again, another thing that I love about this is the fact that people are, again, keeping these boxes because, again, as the community grows, as our community continues to spread out, there's going to be collectors who come in and who are going to want to collect all the boxes. And that means these boxes, cracked or not, are going to, when they crack or when they don't crack, people are going to want to collect the whole set. And then the other thing is, again, if you guys have books at home, send them in. I live in New York. I don't have a lot of room in my apartment. So I'm going to have to send some in just to save some space because every inch is super necessary in New York.
I totally get that for sure. That's the next thing. I've got what am I going to send in now that I've bought out of the drop, revealed from the drop, I've redeemed from the drop, and I put something in the market to sell. We should do like an internal Discord thing. Have you done the 5 things, to be an OG original? Mm-hmm. Look at all these, man. These are fantastic. We're just cruising through right now what's in the drop today, guys.
A couple of Marvel Rivals, Rogue, the Savage Land. These are cool. I love that these are the fact that they're variants and a lot of them are virgin. Even the trade ones are just so displayable. Mm-hmm. So even if you redeem them, you can display them really well. This one is so sick. I forget who is. I think that's a Carrie Andrews cover, I believe. And I love this one because down at the bottom, where the UPC usually is a cool little face as well.
Yeah, that is so cool. Love the little subtle things with that. Man, look at this one too. Just so cool. Hey.
Yeah, see, there's a cool Spider-Man. That's that Todd McFarlane homage of Spider-Man that so many characters have done. So, yeah, I mean, looking at the drop right now, we got still quite a few. You know, we're going to go 5 more minutes, and then we're going to open up to people to purchase really as many as they want. Remember, you guys can get 3 right now. Again, these are so what's the word? Displayable. These are like collector pieces. Look at that one, that X23.
I know. I was
Love
just looking at these full frame ones like that. I mean, look how big this is, right? Like this is just. It's so cool. This artwork looks great too. That hits. That one hits.
Yeah, that one is
Both of these actually.
Oh yeah, I love that Spider-Man. That Spider-Man is just the silhouette of him is just
and the city in the background and like that warmth from the car lights and that's just so cool. Wow.
Yeah, that one's I want to say that's the Spider-Verse cover. Yeah, that one's amazing. Again, oh yeah, it's another Peach Momoko Daredevil. I want to say that's Elektra.
Yep, with the size. Mm-hmm. Hey, Bat Crew.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Well, you know, we're about 3 minutes away. Yeah. So some of these I love because they just look like they're almost like movie posters. So if you're able to display these again, movie posters are just kind of a sexy thing right now.
All right, we got 68 available cases.
Yeah.
Meaning lots of these are going to be inside of there, folks. We got a lot of opportunities, and these things are hitting hard.
I guess I'm surprised that people aren't snatching. Maybe they don't like the variants. Maybe they don't like the virgin. Maybe they don't like these beautiful pieces of art.
Yeah, chat. Let us know. Let us know in the chat. We'd love to know what's going on. Thought process.
Again, for the price though, just think about this. If you can pull a $2,000 book for $125. I call that winning. I call that absolutely winning. And even if you don't
pull the 90% buyback too, that's pretty powerful.
If you don't like what you pull, then you know you can. We'll buy it back. We have that 90% within the first 7 days. So you even have time to think about it. You can decide whether you want to keep it or not. Yeah, there's another one. I really love these. The team up, the Disney collaborations. I love the fact that they took some of these iconic covers and just did like their own variants, their own, homages to them.
Yeah. So wild. We've seen this one before. That one's wild too. I think that was on BB.
Yeah. All right, we still got 67 available. We got another X23. I feel like she's flipping the bird there, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think that's what's insinuated there.
Yeah. This one, Children of the Atom one, is awesome. That one's
this one.
I love that one.
Got signature on it and everything too.
Yep. That's another thing. I always want people to remember also that a lot of these books, when you're looking at them, it takes so much time and effort. If you've ever gotten a book signed and then graded, it is such a process and it is so expensive. I think right now it is $48 with CGC to get a signed book graded, and that's just to get the book graded. That's not even to get it signed. Most of the time it's $10, $15, $20 to actually get a book graded. So, it's not an easy, not a cheap process. So if you see any of these signatures that you like, this is a great way to get into signatures early as well.
Yeah. Oh, I love this one with the Hulk there and Wolverine hanging out. Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's the website. If anybody's having issues with the website also, like I'm having a little bit of issue like refreshing and logging on. So feel free to let me know if you're running into any kind of issues there.
Yeah. Batman Who Laughs says, do you all ever plan on doing some kind of trading feature?
I gotta stay quiet on that one.
All right. Well, that's good information to know either way. Yeah. That's a great question. Love the questions.
That is a great question. So it's now 10 minutes. So now we're opening it up to like if you guys want to purchase this, it's now to purchase as many as you want. So now as many as you want, you guys can go in there and grab them. That's that one right there. Let's talk about that one.
Yeah.
That Batman that was an event only. And that one has it not only is it embossed with the gold Batman logo, but as well as if you could when you expand the picture, that actually has a texture on it And I don't remember off the top of my head what it says, but it has this cool, really cool texture on it that really like makes it. It is such a unique because again, you could only get this one at a special event. Also, it's glow in the dark.
All right, now you're blowing my mind. There's so many things with this one. So this is in the drop, guys. Holy moly! Let's see. Now that we've opened it up, anybody can buy as many as they want. It's been 10 minutes. We just wanted to make sure the community gets a chance to get in there. We know how it is when it sells out and you don't get the opportunity. All right, we're sitting about 65 available, guys. So this is great. This is going to be one of those drops where we've got so many epic things left in here that we're going to want to share this out. You know, if we don't end up selling out here in the next hour or so, then definitely share this out with folks so we can onboard some folks. That is super awesome of you being here. We appreciate the chat. Always community building in the Discord has been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. If you're in the Discord, thank you so much for all you do and contributing in there. That's been a lot of fun to watch all the community being built. Little Deadpool action. Loving these variants, man. They're so sick. So sick. Rogue here. We're going to kind of just cruise through a few of them here.
Yeah, Frank show cover right there.
Yeah, that was sick. A little bit black and white. Oh, yeah, all these. Look at that.
Yeah, that one with the Hulk in the background is so cool. That one, that's signed by Nathan Zerdy also. Again, the design of the Batgirl and Supergirl, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if she's a young Power Girl, she's a Supergirl, but I love that cover. I like Zerdy's one of those who has such an iconic style, and he just applies it to everything. And like none of his books look exactly the same, but they are all like unequivocally like his books.
Love it. Hardcore cyberpunk vibes.
Yes, yeah. That one goes back to, it's like definitely it goes back to an original, like back in the 80s comics where, it was very bright, very like big guns, swords, like, again, it's just, that one feels like so much of an homage cover.
That one's sick. Predator versus Wolverine. That's cool. If you saw earlier in the stream, we were talking about the Alien cover, which was really cool. Cool to see the Predator. Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, absolute Batman. That cover is just sick. I love that one.
I like that one too. A little G.I. Joe action.
So if you're not reading G.I. Joe is an amazing story right now. It's such a diversion from the original like G.I. Joe like storylines. Like you got the Baroness who's actually working for the Joes right now, and traditionally she's always been like a villain in the G.I. Joe universe. And also there's this huge like crossover with not just the Transformers, but with there's another, again, G.I. Joe, the what do you call it, the Cobra Command, Transformers, and then as well they have this other offshoot that's called Void Rivals, which kind of kicked off what's called the Energon universe, and all of these connect within each other, and this is such a cool design.
I love that. Real quick in the chat, we got everybody hanging out. Mando with the 62 and the 8 pull, and they are feeling like they need to open both. Hey, I'm here for it either way. I'd love to see if you end up with one of the chasing. Rican is saying open it. So, you got to listen to your fellow people in the chat. They seem to have your back. And we got Batman Who Laughs who's mentioning to make the invite rewards live soon. I love that thought process as well. Get everybody in here hanging out with us. We're going to keep cruising through real quick. Don't forget, you can purchase this on the app or on a desktop. There's only 64 available left in the drop. Man, look at this one too. I just love that realistic look. The shadows and the detail on that. That's just cool.
Forgot I was muted. Yeah, those are the negative space variants, and I love what they've done with the negative space variants. Like they're so cool because it just adds so many opportunities. Like if you were to crack this open, if you were to redeem it, crack it open, take it to a like a convention to get signed, there's so much cool space for somebody to sign on in an interesting color, and it just contrasts it so well, especially with oh my God, I have to space her name. Jubilee, gotta love Jubilee. I'm an X-Men, Fox Cartoons X-Men fan, and Jubilee was always one of my favorite because she was always that kind of like the rebellious teenager, and so I love it with what they did with her in the X-Men Marvel universe, because a lot of people underestimate her powers. When she starts actually like developing her powers, she's not just shooting off fireworks, she's making like subatomic explosions at the molecular level, and it's so cool what she's capable of.
Man, I love that. I love that you know all that too.
Yeah.
At the subatomic molecular levels, all
Yeah.
the power. Whoa,
Yeah,
that's dope.
that's the Gleason, that's a Gleason adamantium variant. Super cool. It's almost got that Michael Bay
Man,
lens flare.
good luck, everybody. Thank you for everybody in the chat. We
Yeah.
appreciate you guys being here. Like once again, Deadpool Wolverine, guys. We're gonna wrap it up here, real quick here, in just a minute. But we wanted to get a chance for you to see all this great stuff that's inside of the case. Another great look at that space. There's so much room,
Yeah, Spider-Boy.
so much room for activities.
Spider-Boy's a character that came out of nowhere also. Like he is it's so weird how they almost like reverse retconned him into the actual universe because they it's one of those ones where I think he was not necessarily a variant, but he was kind of a I don't even know what you call him. But when this whole like multiversal things were kicking off in the Spider-Man universe, he popped in and was like, talking to Peter Parker. He's like, "What are you talking about? I've been here my entire life. You know me." And it's like, no, nobody's ever heard of you. Like, who are you? Like, I'm Spider-Boy. And he is like, I think he was like some kind of like experiment from the actual universe, that he was like a pocket universe. There's like some interesting the way that they brought him into being an actual like character. And it's insane. It's like, it's so cool how they just kind of like, boop, I'm here.
Dude, you're so right. I love that. And look, and this one's just I like the upside down look of it, just him in action right there.
Yeah,
Super
that
cool.
one is like, it's kind of odd when you look at it. You're like, what am I looking at?
What is this? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this one ahead of time, like that was just cool with the negative space. Deadpool, Wolverine. You guys might have heard of a little something about those guys hanging out. Fantastic Four. That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I see a lot of people are talking about having to use the money this week for a couple of things. So we're definitely going to keep that in mind because obviously, we're always trying things out with these cases, these drops. And so obviously this one will probably stick around a lot longer than some of the other ones. So when you guys do have, time available, like make sure you try and get back in there to buy it. And we're also keeping that in mind as well for future drops to make sure that they are like an affordable price point so that people can get something like every week. Like we want this to be something that people are looking forward to, and and we don't want to ruin anybody's week or ruin anybody's time. And so that's the cool thing is they're going to still be there. They're still going to be available whenever it's and now it's just kind of can I make this happen this week? Because again, it's not like we're going to go in there and remove these books or whatever. These cases are there. They're up on the platform. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and jump in there, and hopefully it's still available if you want something. And again, I love the fact also that there are certain people who are like, oh, I'm going to sell something. I'm going to sell something out of my collection today because I want something from this drop a little bit more than other ones. And so it's super exciting to see that people are using the marketplace effectively. And, it's an exciting time.
Dude, absolutely. And really appreciate you saying that too, because we care about the community. We care about you guys. Don't spend money you don't have for sure. Make sure you keep that safe. And, it's just it's all for fun. We're having fun. If you hit the chase, that's super awesome. You get some bragging rights. You get some value out of it for sure. And just being able to participate with us here in the very beginning, that's of some value in itself. I just love that you guys are here and helping build all this stuff up. These are live streamed. These are recorded. These are on our YouTube channel. You guys are part of this process. So thank you for being here. Thank you for all that stuff. Aaron, another great drop. I'm excited to see as we go into next week and all the cool stuff that's coming out and all the great stuff you guys are doing behind the scenes, what ends up happening there. Guys, chat, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you share the stream out. We still have 2 pieces we're giving away. We still have 2 more chances for you to win. And so you guys are here. You're getting to hear this. So make sure you capitalize on that. Head over to Twitter/X, as we all call it these days, and repost our tweet so that you can get in a chance for the win. And if you're
next
not
week is going to be
Millie,
sorry.
Oh, you're good, you guys. Because if you're not following O'Milly, make sure you're following him because he's always got some cool stuff going on with the after shows and with the tailgating that we do before the Drop Lounge. So, yes,
absolutely, yes. And next week's going to be even cooler. Definitely, again, working with price points and working with working for you guys, not working to get you guys, working for the community. Next week is going to be I'm so excited. I just earlier today got to approve the next graphics for next week. And you know what? I do. I'm pretty sure we give a little bit of alpha away.
A little bit. I mean, what do you think, Chat? Can we squeeze it out of him? I know we got to go in like 1 minute here. Can we squeeze it out of him? Can we get it out? What do you think, Aaron? Do you think share a little bit of alpha with us?
I'll share a little bit. Yeah, you know, you guys have definitely impressed me over the last couple of weeks. You guys have definitely been amazing supporters, and I love what you guys are doing. I'll tell you this: I want Chris, I want you to give me your most evil laugh, if you can.
My most evil laugh?
Your most evil laugh.
Something like that.
That was amazing. At the beginning of it, you almost sounded like, oh, it's gonna. What is his name? The guy who voiced Batman, Kevin Conroy. You almost had like a Kevin.
I like that. I appreciate that. I was a voice actor in another life.
Pretty awesome. But yeah, so yeah, that was awesome. So yeah, think about those who give off some serious evil laughs and have like maniacal laughs. So that's going to be the alpha that I give you for next week.
I wonder who's got those crazy maniacal.
They also have more fun.
I love it. Good stuff, guys. Well, thank you all for being here. Appreciate you all.
Thank you again, everybody.
Showed up.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for sharing the show. Thank you for dropping those follows, subscribing to Cowabunga Chris over here. He's doing an amazing job. You've curated and cultivated this amazing community, and I'm so thankful that I got to be here, and that I get to speak to you guys every week and tell you what I'm excited about. And despite this one not selling as fast as other ones, I'm still super pumped to see what you guys pull. Again, who knows who's going to get that grail? Again, $125 for a chance at a $2,000, and if you just sell it back, somebody, not to call anybody, somebody was like, oh, it's got to go towards groceries. You can buy a lot of groceries with that 90% buyback. That's all I'm saying. But I totally understand, and we want what's best for you guys. But we're going to be here because this community has supported us, and we want to be here to support your needs and get you guys excited. So I can't wait for next time, Chris. I love chatting with you, man. You're such a cool dude to chat with, and I'm excited for what we're curating for the future as well.
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm with you. Chat, thank you guys so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you next week for episode 11 of the Drop Lounge. See you guys.